need to hear this story.
In a small town nestled at the edge of a thick and ancient forest, a legend had taken root. A legend of a remote place where the veil between the living and the spirit world was said to be thin. It was whispered that evil spirits roamed freely there, their malevolence permeating the very air. Most residents of the town avoided the area, heeding the warnings passed down through generations. But as with all legends, there were those who dared to challenge its authenticity. A group of 5 friends, Jake, Emily, Maya, Alex, and Lily, were the embodiment of teenage rebellion. With hearts that still thrived on the intoxicating mix of curiosity and invincibility, they laughed off the stories of the haunted place. The tales seemed like ancient relics of a superstitious past, no match for their modern sensibilities. One moonlit night, fueled by equal parts bravado and skepticism, the group of teenagers set out on an adventure that would forever alter the course of their lives. Armed with flashlights, snacks, and a sense of camaraderie, they ventured into the forest, guided only by the glimmering moonlight filtering through the dense canopy. As they delved deeper, the atmosphere seemed to shift. The laughter that had echoed through the trees began to feel hollow, and shadows danced in unsettling patterns along the forest floor. Even the bravest among them couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched, unseen eyes that held a weight of ancient malevolence. Emily, the skeptic of the group, brushed aside the unease, her laughter echoing through the trees. "Come on, guys," she called, her voice tinged with disbelief. "This place is just old stories. There's nothing to be afraid of." The others joined in her laughter, the tension easing for a moment. But as they continued, the atmosphere grew denser, and the air seemed to hum with an unnatural energy. The forest's once familiar paths twisted and turned in ways that defied reason, leading them deeper into its heart. Hours seemed to stretch into eternity, and their confident facade began to crack. Lily's nervous glances and Alex's clenched fists betrayed their growing unease. Maya's usually steady voice wavered as she muttered about strange movements at the corner of her vision. Finally, as the moon hung high in the sky, casting an eerie glow on the path ahead, they stumbled upon an ancient stone circle, the heart of the haunted place. Cold dread settled in their stomachs as they realized that the legends might not have been just stories after all. It was then that they heard it, a distant whisper carried on the wind, a chilling murmur of voices they couldn't comprehend. Panic began to grip them as they searched for an escape, only to find that the forest had twisted and warped around them, closing off every familiar path. In the midst of their fear, a sudden presence materialized at the edge of the stone circle, an apparition of darkness and malevolence that seemed to coalesce from the very shadows. A shiver ran down their spines as they felt eyes that bore into their souls. And then, from behind them, came a voice, someone who had been silently tailing them, drawn by their disbelief and audacity. "You thought you could mock the spirits," the voice hissed, its words dripping with icy venom. "But now you're in their domain, and they hunger for souls." The group turned to find a figure, a solitary individual who exuded an aura of both fear and understanding. They hadn't heard the person's approach, and the realization sent a fresh wave of terror through them.